Are you carrying the weight of past hurts, struggles, and scars that feel too heavy to bear? Does it feel like no one truly understands the depth of your pain? Today, let's invite God into the deepest parts of our hearts, the places we keep hidden, even from ourselves, and allow Him to begin a healing work that can transform what feels broken beyond repair. Healing isn't just a distant hope, it's a promise we can claim today. Trauma can take many forms: emotional pain from relationships, physical scars from experiences, or spiritual wounds that make us question our faith and purpose. These burdens often make us feel as though we're trapped in an endless cycle, unable to escape the shadows of our past. But there is hope. God doesn't just notice our pain, He actively works to heal it. He is the comforter who walks beside us, the healer who mends what feels irreparable, and the redeemer who restores what we thought was lost forever. His healing is complete. It doesn't just patch up our wounds, but transforms them into marks of His glory. The Bible reminds us in Psalm chapter 147, verse 3, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This verse is so much more than poetic imagery. It's a profound truth about God's nature. Think about what it means to bind up wounds. It's a hands-on, intentional act. God isn't distant or detached from our struggles. He leans in close, addressing every hurt and providing the care and restoration we need. No wound is too deep or too complex for His healing touch. You are not alone in your brokenness. God is with you, working on your behalf, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Let's take a closer look at what God says about healing in His Word. In Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 17, God promises, "For I will restore health to you, and your wounds I will heal, declares the Lord." Notice the certainty in His words. There is no hesitation, no conditions. He doesn't say, "I might heal," or "I'll heal if you're perfect." God declares it. Restoration isn't just about physical healing. It's about renewing your spirit, rebuilding your confidence, and reclaiming the joy and peace that trauma often takes away. Picture God as the ultimate restorer, gently but powerfully repairing every broken piece of your life. Whether your wounds are fresh or decades old, God's healing is timeless and unchanging. In Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30, Jesus extends an invitation that speaks directly to anyone carrying the weight of trauma. "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." There's so much beauty in this promise. Jesus doesn't ask you to fix yourself before coming to Him. He meets you in your weariness, your frustration, your pain. The rest He offers isn't temporary relief. It's a deep, soul-level peace that no circumstance can shake. He's asking you to exchange the heavy burdens you're carrying for the lightness of His presence. He doesn't minimize your pain. He lifts it from your shoulders and carries it with you. Finally, Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10, reminds us of God's unwavering presence in our lives. "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help. You, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This verse is a declaration of God's commitment to us. When life feels overwhelming and we feel too weak to take another step, God steps in. His righteous right hand, the symbol of His power and authority, holds us up when we can't stand on our own. Think about what it means to be upheld by the Creator of the universe. His strength becomes our strength. His help becomes our lifeline, and His presence becomes the constant reminder that we are never alone. Even when the storms of life rage around us, God is unshakable, and He holds us securely. These scriptures aren't just words on a page. They are living promises from a God who loves you deeply and desires your healing. Let them sink into your heart and become the foundation of hope you stand on today. With God, no trauma is too great, no scar too deep, and no past too painful to heal. Let's now take these promises into prayer, where we open our hearts fully to the one who can transform our pain into purpose. Lord, I come before you today with a heart that feels heavy and burdened. I carry wounds that no one else can see, pains and traumas that have shaped how I see myself and the world around me. But today, I lay them all at your feet. I believe you are the God who heals, the one who binds up the brokenhearted, and I need your healing touch in my life. Father, I know that you see every tear I've cried, every sleepless night and every silent struggle. You know the thoughts I've kept buried deep, the fears I'm too ashamed to admit, and the doubts that sometimes creep into my heart. And yet, you love me fully just as I am. You are the God who restores, who turns ashes into beauty, and who makes all things new. Today, I ask you to step into the broken places within me. Heal the wounds I've tried to ignore or cover up. Take away the pain that feels too overwhelming to face. I need you, Lord, to touch the parts of me that are hurting, the memories that haunt me, the relationships that have left scars, and the fears that hold me back. Only you can bring the kind of healing that reaches my soul. Jesus, you said, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I come to you now, tired of carrying these burdens on my own. Please give me rest, not just physical rest, but kind of peace that quiets my soul. Replace my anxieties with your calm, my fears with your strength, and my pain with your comfort. Lord, I surrender to you the lies I've believed because of my trauma, the lies that tell me I'm not good enough, that I'll never heal, or that I'm defined by what I've been through. Replace those lies with your truth. Remind me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that I am loved beyond measure, and that my story isn't over. You are still writing it, and I trust you with every page. I also ask for the courage to forgive, not because it's easy, but because you have forgiven me. Help me to release the anger and resentment I've held onto, knowing that forgiveness is not for them, but for me. Set me free from the chains of bitterness and replace them with a heart full of love, compassion, and grace. Father, you promised in your word, for I will restore health to you, and your wounds I will heal, declares the Lord. I stand on that promise today. I believe in your power to heal every part of me, my body, my mind, and my spirit. I trust you to restore what has been lost, to bring light to the darkest places, and to give me hope where I've felt hopeless. Lord, as I sit here in your presence, I am reminded that you know me better than I know myself. You see every part of me, my thoughts, my emotions, my struggles, and yet you love me completely. You see the pain I've carried for so long, the burdens that have weighed me down, and the walls I've built to protect myself. But today, I invite you to break through those walls. I want to trust you with the things I've hidden for too long. Father, I know that healing is a process, and I ask for patience as you work in me. Help me to let go of the need to see immediate results, and instead trust in your timing. You are the master healer, and you know exactly what I need and when I need it. Teach me to rely on your wisdom and to have faith that your plans for me are good, even when I don't understand them. I ask for healing not only for myself but for those around me who are hurting. Lord, there are so many people in my life who are carrying their own traumas and burdens. Use me as a vessel of your love and compassion. Show me how to be a source of encouragement and support for others, even as I walk my own journey of healing. Jesus, I pray for the strength to face the memories I've tried to suppress. Give me the courage to confront the things that have caused me pain, knowing that I don't face them alone. You are with me every step of the way, holding my hand and guiding me toward freedom. Help me to see those painful moments through your eyes, not as reminders of my brokenness, but as opportunities for your redemption. Lord, I also ask for clarity. Sometimes, the wounds I carry feel so tangled and confusing that I don't even know where to begin. Bring light to the areas of my life that need healing. Help me to recognize the patterns that keep me stuck and the lies that I've believed for too long. Replace confusion with your wisdom and show me the path forward. Father, I pray for peace in my relationships. Trauma has a way of creating distance and misunderstanding, even with the people we love most. Help me to communicate honestly and openly with those around me. Teach me to be patient and kind even when it's difficult, and to seek reconciliation where there has been conflict. Bring healing not only to my heart but to my connections with others. I pray for rest, Lord, not just physical rest, but the kind of rest that renews my soul. There are moments when the weight of life feels too heavy to bear, and I don't know how to keep going. In those moments, remind me that you are my refuge. Let your presence be a place of safety and renewal, where I can lay down my burdens and find strength for the journey ahead. Jesus, you said that you came to give us life and life abundantly. I want to step into that abundant life, free from the chains of fear, shame, and regret. Show me how to embrace the joy and peace that come from walking in your light. Help me to let go of the things that hold me back and to fully receive the freedom you offer. Lord, I ask for a new perspective. Help me to see my pain not as something that defines me, but as something that you can use for good. Turn my wounds into testimonies of your grace and power. Use my story to bring hope to others who are struggling, and remind me that you waste nothing, not even the hardest moments of our lives. Finally, Lord, I thank you for your constant and unwavering presence in my life. Even in my darkest and most painful moments, you have never left me. You have been my anchor when the waves of life felt overwhelming, my comfort when I felt lost, and my hope when I couldn't see a way forward. Your love has held me together, even when I felt like falling apart. Thank you for holding me up with your righteous right hand, for being my strength when I had none left, and for guiding me when I didn't know which way to turn. You are my refuge, my fortress, and my healer. In you I find safety, hotim, peace, and restoration. I am so grateful that you are a God who sees me, knows me, and loves me unconditionally. Today I declare that I will no longer live in the shadows of my past. I choose to walk in the freedom you offer, trusting that healing is not just possible, but already taking place. I believe that you are working in me right now, mending what has been broken and restoring what has been lost. My best days are not behind me. They are ahead of me because I walk with you. Thank you, Lord, for your unfailing love, a love that is stronger than any pain, deeper than any wound, and more powerful than any fear. Thank you for the peace that only you can give, a peace that quiets my soul and gives me the strength to face each new day. I surrender my past, my present, and my future into your hands, trusting you completely to heal me, restore me, and use me for your glory. If this prayer has touched your heart, type Amen in the comments. Let us know about the traumas you're carrying, so we can lift you up in prayer together as a community. And don't forget to share this prayer with someone you know who may be struggling with heavy burdens. By sharing, you might help bring healing and hope into their life as well. Together, let's allow God's love to flow into the darkest places and bring the light of His restoration.